Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TCS eSports League. We're into our third match of the night between the Monks and Servette Geneva. This is going to be a hell of a match for reasons that might not be that nice, basically. I'm supposed to let Jay join me. It is Digital Bacon. Let's talk about this one for a minute because this is another case of the Monks who, unfortunately, are pretty much, it's impossible for them to move up into the top four, are now taking on a team who are guaranteed for top four by the end of league play. And it's just for that, I don't know, man. Like, this is just such a difficult match. You've got a bit more optimism, I think. But, you know, last time they took out Arctic, which is a very surprise victory, this week against Servette Geneva, I can't see it happening. I really can't.
So we were talking about this during the break, and we were like, okay, I feel that Arctic were playing on the same level last week as they were this week. We can see the difference between Monks and Sir and how they dealt with their opponents, and Monks did have to take it to game number 5. There was 3 overtimes in that series, and I'm literally looking at Liquipedia right now. 4 of the games, all of the games, there was only 1 goal differential between them. So here we saw Sir today was a lot stronger than Arctic, purely just in play style is very solid. They didn't have to do a massive amount to push for extra goals. They just wanted the wins, and that's what their play style favored. So it wasn't as close really as what the stats might say, you know, the goal differential. Servette here though, I'm expecting them to blow Monks out of the water. Monks have had a good last week. The week before that, they had Whiffmasters and didn't have a good week. And then the week before that, they had a very good week against Lausanne. So if we're going to keep any kind of pattern going on here, this is going to be a bad week for Monk. And then next week, they're going to take down Sir and cause an upset there. I don't know. Monks are a question mark. Like, they need to change their org logo to a question mark, because I have no idea what they're going to do here today. They could turn up and just cause upsets. It's Bad Monk, Deaf Monk, and Sad Monk this week. Or they could just get rolled over. We have no idea. The Monks probably don't have an idea themselves. They're just going to see what happens when they come out onto the pitch. Don't get me wrong, the lads probably have a plan for this, but it relies more on Servette Geneva. How Servette Geneva are going to play will dictate the rest of the game. I got there in the end. Yay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the main point of contention for most players, because obviously Servette Geneva, Flab is not actually playing from his local, from, you know, a comfortable position. He's actually on tour. Yeah, he's in the barracks right now, and I don't know if you saw the tweet last week, but he actually tweeted at us showing us where he was playing from. He's literally on like a laptop and a desk, and he was in his army camo and everything, and like it was in this barracks.
Yeah, his controller was floating or something. It was magical.
But yeah, no, like
Flap's
that's
not
the
playing
main.
today.
Yeah, he's not playing today. All right, well that might end up being a bit of a different set of affairs for Servette Geneva, because again that throws in the wild card. Last week the wild card for the Monks was the fact that Death Monk was coming through, and he did insane stuff for that team last week. I'm pretty sure teams are going to be able to outread things, but you know, taking away a pretty key part of the team, especially in Rocket League, where essentially you replace one player, you replace an entire third of your team. Like, that's a very big sacrifice to make.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say right now, Safir, it's nice you're talking in chat, buddy, but we want you on the pitch. We want to get this started.
Join the game, damn it.
So they're waiting on their third, who is currently toilet break. We're just going to be, it's a toilet break. you got to go. Well, you got to go. Unfortunately, it was just bad timing. So who is their third? If Safir tells us that now, it's going to probably answer a lot of questions. Because it does feel like all 3 of them need to be playing together to be the most effective, because otherwise they start to be a little disjointed.
Yeah, and you know, that is the key thing about Servette Geneva. They are such a good team. Team is the key word there. I feel like if you take a piece out, you risk so much. Again, like I'm saying about, you know, just the general way that Rocket League rosters work, but as well as the way that this team composition works out. This could end up being a case that Monks take a game or 2 away from Servette Geneva. I still think that Servette are probably going to end up winning, and they are still the favourites, obviously. You know, you can't take that away from the talents that are in play. You know, they may have lost Flab, but they've still got Slack, they've still got Zafair. These 2 players, especially Zafair, in my opinion, are just really, really good. You know, there's still going to be a lot. I think a bit of a fight potentially to come through from the Monk side. Again, I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, but you know that could be a crucial wild card essentially.
And at the moment, it looks like it could be an automatic win for the Monks because Sack seems to have got himself stuck in the toilet or something or other because it's taken so long. Yeah, Monks. Servette are a team of such good caliber that they could bring in, you know, their sub, a fourth player, and you'd imagine their sub would also be of a very high caliber. So it just comes down to what they bring to the pitch. They did, what was it, 2 weeks ago in week 9, they brought on an unknown player, a ranked warrior, as we like to say, who couldn't really fit into the fold. Can you remember that? Arctic versus Servette? It was a very sloppy game. Because of the sloppiness of Servette, it made Arctic feel a little bit sloppier where they couldn't link up. It was a bit earlier, like I was saying, with the mind games between Whiffmasters and Silent. If you don't know what your opponent is going to do, how are you meant to predict that and respond to it quickly? It's the whole point of Rocket League is that it's a game of a bit like rock, paper, scissors. You've got an idea in your mind that your opponent's going to throw down a rock, so you go down with paper. If they throw down scissors, well, you've just been beaten. If they throw down paper, well, nothing comes out on top. And it was a game with everyone just throwing paper in that game and nothing coming out on top. I made the reference work. Normally, throwing paper is a good thing. Like, that's lots of dollar bill show. But here it's just, it's TP. It's not money.
I don't think paper does much against boost formula here making. So,
no, I've got nothing for that one, guys.
Yeah, I've got nothing else. So I think we're still waiting for our third player to join us. So I think we might have to.
No, we can keep.
I've got nothing else to add.
Yeah, nothing really to add. You're just hearing two Englishmen waffle on, essentially, guys. It is now. Like, if Sack joins, we'll start straight away. But unfortunately, yeah, they joined straight away. Right. I am literally typing, get on that pitch. Straight,
Let's
go.
do this, right.
Let's do it. Let's not faff about here, lads.
All right, then. So, I'm going Servette. I'm guessing you're going for Servette as well.
Fix returning. It was a loss against Arctic. Monks have got Death Monk after his training. I'm just going to say, let's see how the cards fall on this one, Jay.
Well, it's an early start for the Monks as Bad Monk tries to get on the board with a nice dribble play from that midfield. Death Monk going to remain in those back lines, trying to see if we can hold it down here, but the ball remains in contention. Both teams challenging for control. Sam Monk takes it from the corners. Affair and Sack there in the same position. The challenger Sack will try and see if he can dunk it down off the ceiling crease. Ball in. Affair passing it a little bit higher. Thick is the man who plays in for the Servette sub side. So let's see how he'll be able to fit into the fold. Let's see whether Servette will be able to maintain control off the back of this. The ball gets touched in by Sam Monk, tries to find an angle here to work against this Servette goal, but nothing going to come to fruition just yet. Death Monk again follows through, bounce it off the floor, back off the backboard, allowing a second player to come through and try to take control of it. It's Sam Monk over to Bad Monk in the midfield, backing down for a second touch. Not going to quite line it up, so Death Monk just there to the midfield to try and take control of it. Demo's coming out and a fantastic shot will come through, and speaking of the devil, Thick opens up the game.
Yeah, the Thick fan club is definitely going to be liking that one. Good 50-50 there from Sack into the wall to put that to the middle. And Thick coming through. He's saying in chat right now, guys, to clip it so someone do it for him because he is proud of that one.
And of course you would be proud at this point. A major point of contention in this series. Let's see whether he's up to the plate for the rest of it, because the Monks are going to strike right back and even things up 1-1.
Yeah, it's a good thing Thick got that goal because the Monks are not faffing about today. They want to win, and that was spectacular from them.
Back in very quickly off of that opening minute now. Time not of the essence here. Both teams have plenty to try and turn this around. Thick in particular tries to set things up for an early second shot, but nothing going to come out. Ball in from Servette. Deathmonk challenging for that control. Sack will try and deny it, but a little bit too low actually. It's going to be out of thick to take control back into that midfield. Badmonk going off into the corner. Second touch is not going to work out for them, and Sadmonk is a little bit too far back to try and recover the situation. So it goes to a clear. Deathmonk in. Servette back out to the mid-center. Challenging Badmonk again, allowing Sack to take control. Going to go and control this one relatively confident. This could be a redirect, not quite. Thick also misses the ball. That's crucial. Oh, but Salmon with another crucial miss as well. And the Monks could not challenge, could not take that control away.
No, but at the moment, Monks are holding out in the defense fairly well. They're being quite competent in where they're placing the ball and making it hard for their opponents to put it away. Unfortunately, they're from thick to put it high. But this is very much a game of 50-50s. We'll have to see just how it goes, because this will be a close one.
Thick to set up again. Zaffair going in for a redirect chance. Going to go a little bit too far wide of the right-hand side. So that to keep that pressure going. Sack again to the center field. Again inside that box, but can't quite seem to get the goal that they need. Going wide that left-hand side. So that keep it rolling. Thick with a follow through, going off the wall. Back into the corner. Badmonk to chip it out to the center field again. Thick pass back in to Zaffair with a fantastic shot. It's too far wide to the left side this time. And Servette unable to score the one they need. This could be the one they need on the part of Deathmonk, but the Monks going to get cut off by Sack, again maintaining presence here for Servette.
Yeah, Thick has actually been playing so much better this game than what we saw 2 weeks ago. He is flowing into this team pretty nicely. He's got his rotation set. He's essentially trying to counter-rotate his two teammates. So his two teammates are playing together, and he's just jumping in whenever there is a gap. And it's working so far. You can see the bunheads with the Monks, and this is good for a substitute position.
Get back and try and save here. So Fair going to be able to take control away, however. And this is the second touch, but Sacks are still going to be there. Trying to maintain presence towards that midfield. It's Sandmonk and Badmonk controlling it away. Is Fair in for a good shot. Deathmonk in for a good save. Badmonk actually comes through and demos out Fair, so he can't continue to aggress. He's going to get forced back for the moment in time, but Sack still passes. Trying to set up Thick, but a little bit too high on the mark right there. Zaffair will still take it off the backboard. Secondary touch is going to get found by Sack as he puts the second on the board for Servette Geneva.
Yep, the original duo here working together to get such a good little passing play. And you saw Zaffair going to chase onto that. He pulls off, of course, playing those mind games because it was a fake trying to make that defender move out in front of them there. Brilliantly played. 2-1 up now. Servette as they'll want to close out this game with a win.
50 seconds on the clock to try and do so. It's straight in. Oh, Zaffair! Fantastic redirect and card control. That's 3-1. That might just be the one goal the Servette need to put this game to bed.
Yeah, a big step up from Sack and Zaffair to be able to finish this one off, essentially, because now I'm expecting them, Jay, to near enough park the bus. Wouldn't you agree?
Pretty much at this point. Park it, turn the engine off, and leave it for game number 1, I think is the full acronym.
Save that fuel.
Save that fuel. Save that fuel. Save that rocket fuel. 35 seconds
costs a lot
to try and do so. It does cost a lot, yeah. You have no idea how much these Rocket League games are to run. And the Mugs are going to make best use of whatever dollar they can get their hands on. Fantastic passing play from the corner to the center. And just like that, they're back in contention, Bacon.
Yeah, they're not frugal with money at all, using all that boost to get the goal that they need. 28 seconds, they're back in this, baby. You cannot count them out. One more goal, and we could have overtime.
Deathmonk, oh, hold on.
Hello.
Hold on! Oh my word! That is a beautiful shot from the man. He's still got it straight in from last week.
I love it. He goes away for like, what was it, 6-7 weeks? Comes back into it, and boy, is he back into it. The lad, he has learned so much in his little time away, but he is doing absolute heaps of work for his team.
Last 10 seconds, and
Oh,
Fair
no.
going to try to go for a similar dribble play. It's Sack to follow it through and immediately puts things back against the Monks with 4 seconds to go. This is a kickoff goal that needs to go so damn well, Bacon.
It is indeed. Sad Monk doing what any good player would do there, coming off the wall, who's going to intercept it, near enough be that first man to interrupt it, but didn't quite. No! No!
Okay!
Thick.
Thick just saving it right there. It looked like that was on target though.
Thick's profile pick
my
up as
God.
well. That feeling, just look at it. I love it.
Oh, okay. Heart attack evaded. Servette Geneva take game 1, Bacon. Let's talk about that one for a second.
You just want me to talk because you need to regain your breath here, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
This shows just the mentality of the Monks there towards the end. Servette playing very solid, very clean throughout this game. And then suddenly comes down to that last 30 seconds, and well, Monks turn it on. They jump in, get those 2 goals, nearly send us into overtime until Servette Geneva just quickly get that little steal. It was, like I said earlier, Sad Monk coming out to challenge the ball up in the air. It's what he should have done. I cannot floor him for that. It's just the 50-50 did not go in his favor. It hurt, and it hurt dearly. First game going to Servette Geneva.
Okay.
They hear us.
Small technical problems. We're back though. So you haven't missed much, don't worry. It's just been some standardized play, passing plays back and forth, and both teams trying to set up a shot. I believe you can also see what's going on screen. But yeah, still 0-0 here at this minute mark, Bacon. Let's talk about what the audience may have missed for the moment.
I'm going to say not much. It's just a little bit battling back and forth, like what you're seeing now. Both 2 teams going in, butting heads as they're trying to brute force themselves to goal with some close, clean plays. A couple of demos coming out now from the side of Servette Geneva is mixing it up finally, as they know they cannot just force this ball into the net if there's a defender there.
Nice play from Zafir, almost found the goal there for the Servette side. The Monks now have the offensive pressure. 3 men trying to see if they can commit there from the Servette team, but Monks maintain their presence. Death Monk, secondary touch off the backboard into the likes of Sad Monk, who can't quite get the goal in. Bad Monk challenged as well. Thick will follow it all the way around. Now try to follow through with the passing play. Almost ended working out there. Just about denied by Sandmonk as he rotates in and challenges once again, puts it out towards that corner's affair. Following it through, getting a shot on towards the corner. Deathmonk out, Thick back in, demoed out by Sandmonk. Badmonk back into the corner itself. Sack passes through towards Affair. Good shot, little accuracy, still dunked directly in front, and Affair will finish the job. It's an opener for Servette.
Yeah, Servette making the most out of that little bit of wiggle room. Brilliant little pop-up from Sack. And Servette is just able to make good of it. Just shows these lads, you cannot allow them to just wait in front of net for too long.
And just at a halfway point as well. Pressure will start to apply for the Monks side, but they managed to maintain relatively good control so far, so the opportunities could present itself. So Fair back into the centre, Sack takes it, chips it, secondary touch, going to be double committed by Badmonk and Sandmonk, and they get the save together. So Fair still trying to aggress for control. It goes right back into that orange hub. He just about puts it off target, but completely out of boost. He's got to leave it up to his teammates to take that to clear away. Will be successful in doing so. Sack back towards the mid, set the Thick in for a shot to the left-hand side. So Fair going to keep setting up Thick for a secondary touch. Actually might end up working if only Sadmonk was not there to save the goal. That could have been a second score by Servette Geneva. Still got the pressure going here, however. Monks have kind of struggled to break out of their own half of the night.
That is the most blanket statement ever. And he would have got a goal if it wasn't for the defender saving it. Well, that's how the game works, Jay. Oh.
See, that would have been a goal if Deathmonk had been there to save it. There you go.
But so far, it's both these two teams playing very safe into each other. A lot of force is being put on, but you'll notice the third man generally staying back. This is the first time the Monks have not done that. They've thrown everyone infield. But the demos attempted from Servette finally connect, but took too long. It's been a very scrappy, sloppy game.
Oh.
The Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, the first goal scored by the Monks side. Again, two players committing for the defensive. The all-important double commit, Bacon. It's been the punishment of so many teams today, and now it will punish one of the best that we have in the league. It's 1-1 on the board with 1:10 to go on the clock. Deathmon going to try and return it to a 2-1. Going to leave it up to Badmon because it goes a little bit too high, pinching off the crease. Salmon with a redirect. That one is actually very close to the target. Thick just about defending it. And Slack coming through to get the backboard clear. So Servette maintain control, but only for the moment. The ball will once again rotate back into the Monks' half. Sack able to control it. I think a chance to probably clear it away, and lucky on the boost numbers, Deathmonk will be able to chance successfully for it as a result. Bad Monk coming back through again, pinching it into the centre field. A centred up shot, the Zaffair will take away. Sack going to try and see if he can dunk it down with a secondary touch. It's right in front. Zaffair keeps the pressure going. Bad Monk just clearing it away, and Sad Monk will follow through, voiding it the first time. Thick and Sack defend it. Keep control of this equal scoreline, but backboard touches coming back out again. Finally, Zaffair chipping it up for Sack. Sack going to follow it all the way through and try to see if he can dunk it down. Denied again by Bad Monk and Sad Monk. And we play on all it evened up. 10 seconds remaining. Passing play denied by Zaffair. Still dangerously up close and personal. Someone's got to gain control and Thick will be able to defend it. It's dangerously close towards that net though. So they've got to get the clear back away, and it looks like we... Oh no! Oh no! Okay. That may have gotten very, very dangerous.
Overreaction much there. But
to me, it looked like it was going in.
I think I was on like Sack's cam or something, and he was in his own net, and it was just like, oh no, let's chill, that's not going. We've got an overtime. But Jay, this whole game so far has been about Servette Geneva with the better defense, with the better 50-50s. Monks, however, have been getting this ball moving so much more. You'll look at it here, just going side to side. They're getting it about and trying to move Servette Geneva. The problem is both teams aren't getting out on top. The finishing touch is just a little bit too sloppy. It is feeling like it's going to come down to a mistake.
Ball backboard, secondary touch is just going to be defended by the Monks side. Thick. Chance to Zaffair will put it close. Deathmonk trying to try his best to get it away. Sandmonk also completely missing the shot right there. Sack controls it. Bammonk takes it to the midfield and tries to flip it out of the way. He's got no boost. He's mostly leaving up to his teammates to come in and rotate with some control. Out towards that corner. Sandmonk going off the backboard. Deathmonk not set up to deal with it. Still pops the ball very, very close, but Thick is allowed all the control that he needs. Takes it only so far. Sack chipping it up, and Bammonk does challenge for it. So again, Monks try and return. Sandmonk in particular back over the Deathmonk. Secondary touch, not going to be able to redirect it inside the net. Getting close again off the backboard, but now Sack able to take control again. Wraps up towards the box, back into the centre. Dangerous ball, but no second man to keep the control.
But Bad Monk here is able to pick up that midfield boost, so it is so dangerous. Deathmonk a little bit too close there. And once again, big overcommitments. There's the mistake I said, which was going to cost.
It was just one mistake, an overcommitment, everybody rotating back away. There it is, 2-1 on the board for Servette Geneva and 2-0 on this series. Now they are on match point. Thick looks like he's disconnected, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, he's just disconnected, unfortunately, so we have to wait for him to get back in.
It's not a problem, it's all right. We still got some time working around.
We've got 52, 51, 50. Yeah, we got time.
You're just going to count down the entire break.
That is the entire break, just me counting down from 60. I'm sure that is good content.
Subjective, a different stroke for different folks, but still, Servette 2-0.
If you're a maths nerd, you probably like it.
Yeah. 2-0 for Servette here in this series. What do we make of that so far? I mean, we were expecting them to get a match point. We were expecting this to be a sweep, but Monks have thrown up a bit of a fight.
And Servette Geneva now move on to match point. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yes,
I
fantastic analysis there from Digital Bacon.
Which Jay says, like, you bring on because of my knowledge. That is my knowledge. Oh, the server's gone down for us as well. It's not just Vic. Okay, so we have to bring up a new server. So it's a scramble game. These lads are all eggs, and they've been thrown into a frying pan, and well, they have just been mashed together in an ungodly manner, and they got to start talking and basically strategizing, because it's a lot of just hit and follow. There's not much thought being put into it yet at the moment, and it is because it's an odd game for both sides. You've got the sub coming in for Servette Geneva, where they don't really know how to play with him, and they haven't told Fick what to do, really. It's just Fick play. That is it. So there's no strategy there. There's no team play from them, which then confuses the Monks the opposite way, because they're used to teams near enough strategizing and playing their own game to which they can then adapt. And when they can't adapt because there is no solid plan which they can then, counter, it just makes everything so confusing for both sides, and that's why you're seeing a very sloppy game.
Yeah, and again, it was sort of what I was talking about earlier. When you take that one player out of the Servette side, you definitely bring their level quite a little bit lower, which is why Monks are able to bring this so close. I'm still giving credence to that upset potentially. This little momentum reset might end up changing that fact. I don't really know. But yeah, a full reverse sweep for the Monks side. Let's go on to map now real quick. Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's even plausible right now for these guys? Because Servette are still strong. They're still bringing their star player to play. And although Thick might not be fitting in the team structure, he's still putting up numbers. Do we think it's possible for the Monks?
Possible and plausible is different to each other, of course. Possible means, yep, it can happen. Statistically, there is 3 games in this, and Monks can take each 3 of them. Plausible, Monks have not been communicating and been playing those team plays which we expect to see from them. That's what they do to win games, is team passing plays. They haven't done it today. They've not been communicating to their fullest. I think what they need to do is forget about their opponents. Don't worry about that. Just focus on themselves. Talk to each other, pass to each other, and they will naturally find the route to their opponent's net and win the game. But they've got to get that into their heads.
Here we go, game 3. Everything rests on this one for the Monks side as they take early control. Couldn't quite get the shot that they wanted in, so it's going to get returned very quickly by the Servette side. Well up by Zaffair, turning it over to Sack. Good redirect, and Ban Monk just had to awkwardly adjust to try and take it away. That was certainly could have been a lot more dangerous than it initially looked over there. Ball into that corner. Zaffair. Over the Thick now on the wall. Bad Monk taking it away. Man, just to maintain presence for the moment in time. Ball from Zaffair. Chips it up. Sad Monk away. Back off that backboard. Death Monk looking for his chance. Sack back into Thick. Back off the backboard again for Servette to find a way in. But Sad Monk just going to bump him out of the play. Trying to see if he can take a little bit away from Servette and keep their pressure away from them. He does get a shot in the end that is defended. So in the opening minute, it is not going to be a single goal. But Servette with plenty of pressure, using their experience and power overall, just to keep that ball in the blue half of the pitch.
Yeah, Servette here are playing the space game, which is not something about getting in a rocket, even though these are rocket-powered cars, but really it's about moving that ball around the pitch, waiting for a gap, and it seems to be doing good for them at the moment. Fick, this is a style which it seemingly works for him. They just got to keep it up and hope that the Monks don't come up with a plan to be able to dissolve it.
Got 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, so plenty of time for either team to break. Ball to the corner. Sandmonk finds a position. No one in the left-hand side, no one that was willing to challenge that ball. And just like that, the Monks take the opening goal of game 3.
Yep, Sack just not expecting that hit from Fick. And Fick had to get the touch there. Otherwise, the 2 lads from Monks would have come in and set something up. It's awkwardness between teammates again. That sub coming in, it's what you expect to see. But right now, what I expect to see is Servette to come back with a goal of their own. They're strong enough to do that.
How much time is it going to take, though? Monks still maintaining pressure inside that orange half. Sack trying to put Bad Monk in the midfield. Thick trying to find an angle towards the corner. Badmonk will set up Deathmonk for a shot that Servette will just about be able to save. Follows it in as well. Come out to the backboard, Thick coming through, Sack with another good touch. It's very, very soft, but it might just be enough if only the defensive had crumbled at that point. For Servette, it's not going to happen. Servette will still find a shot and still be able to recover the situation just before we hit the halfway marker.
Both defenders going high on this one, Jay. Look at this. Yep. Too high, not far enough across. Unfortunate there. They tried the darndest, but Servette just in a perfect position to receive that and put it into the net. 1-1, it's all tied up, but Monks here on match point. They've got to win this, otherwise it's not been a good day at the office for them.
I still find some very accurate shots, not 100% accurate, but still close to the mark. Badmonk setting up Deathmonk, trying to outfake that ball, but Deathmonk couldn't quite get the shot in that he wanted to. Sandmonk trying to recover it, but that leaves no one back in the net. Someone's going to rotate it eventually. Servette maintains control, chips the ball up once. Stick will come in for the challenge. Deathmonk just about challenges for that one away. Badmonk with a doink. It doesn't quite work the way that they wanted it to, though. Eventually it does get cleared back away by even more Monks players rotating in. Thick holds midfield dominance alongside Sack, who pinches it all the way in, and no one is there to defend it for the Monks side. Servette take the lead. They are very, very close to winning this series.
Very, very unexpected goal there, Sack. I take off my hat to you, buddy. Great sight there to see the net was open, and even better for the mechanics to put that ball on target and in net. Monks just not ready, and it has been a common problem. You can see Servette realise this when Monks aren't always covering their net.
Ball in to the box, Sack and Thick. Can't challenge against Sandmonk, puts the ball close towards the marker, just put away by Servette. Badmonk in with a shot, Sack in with a defense. Keeps control out here to the corner. Servette gonna get long. Badmonk gonna be able to take it away for the moment. Try to set up Sandmonk towards that midfield. It's not gonna be a very well-placed challenge, but Servette will still keep the ball rolling here on the Servette side as they go once again close to the net, but no cigar. It's more than fine for Servette because they have got the lead right now. If they can score a second goal, that's just a bonus buffer. Oh, Sack! Christ on high, watch this again.
The zero respect play of it. That's just cruel. That is just so humiliating. But Sack pulling out there, going into this part of the game anyway, is good because it should mean that the Monks now are going to get a bit triggered. You know, they're going to get a little bit salty at goals like that, and it will throw them out of their funk, Jay.
And with just 60 seconds to go, 2 goals to find. That's the opposite of what the Monks need right now. It's a fair. A ball out, Badmonk into the midfield, putting it off the backboard. Sack just going to put it even further, allows the Fed to take control, set the ball up for Thick to take a challenge. Be denied by Deathmonk, over to Badmonk now, but they need to try and get this to a passing play that's scored. Sandmonk into a shot, Sack away. No one able to recover it. Fair tries to get the challenge as well, but Deathmonk wins it out overall. Takes the ball into the center where Sandmonk will look to try and redirect it down. Again, another great 50-50 chance for Servette. Just a stall for time. Keep them running around, keep them with a little bit of hope on their side, but not able to get the goal that they need. Now the 10-second countdown sounds. With one last clear, it looks like it might be the end of it. 5 seconds now for Sandmonk to try and set up a good shot. He needs to dunk it down right here. Denied by Servette, and that's going to be GG. Servette take another 3-0 sweep right here. Monks up a bit of a fight, but Servette eventually were able to get their line back together and looked pretty good. Thick himself, you know, fitting the sub role relatively well in that first game. The third game wasn't quite as good, but still able to get them past the line. That's what's really important for Servette.
And a massive win there for Servette because it still means they're a win ahead of Team Sir. They don't want to concede that second position naturally, Jay, because they want to be on the near enough strongest place they can be, the secure opposite side of the bracket to Lausanne. They want to make sure that when they face up against Lausanne, and this is me saying it as if we're expecting Lausanne come out first, that's because we are, that, you know, it's the best place for them essentially now. They want to make sure they're there and they've got a weaker team. It is feeling like we've pretty much got our top 3 sorted though, so take that as you want. But it's been a great win for them. They're getting more experience for Thick, which is good. Bringing in their sub and getting him a lot more experience against teams which statistically they should beat, and they did beat. It's all them playing this sort of like smart game here where they've got to buff out their roster because the main three was the core of Servette. That's what was strong. And they're giving Thick more time. He looks so much better now than he did 2 weeks ago. If they throw him in once more this season, that's going to be massive for them.
Well, we'll see whether Thick is able to come back in and see whether he'll be able to do some good work for Servette Geneva in the near future. As it stands, though, they're going to be able to take and continue their solid top 2 form here as they take down the Monks side. Another team that wants to continue their top 2 form is also Lausanne. They're taking on the E-LVETS up here next as the final match on our stream. Do not go anywhere, because the TCS eSports League continues with our final game of the night after the break.